There's nothing quite like blowing stuff up to remind you of why you're really here.
Hello, this is Eden with Helixx VR. Today I'll be reviewing Dr. Kvorak's Obliteration game, and hopefully I've pronounced that somewhat correctly, since the dev actually told us how it was pronounced. The Obliteration game is a sci-fi puzzle game with platforming elements. It works for HTC Vive, OS VR, Oculus Rift, and even without VR. Of course, being Helixx VR, I'll be showing you the VR gameplay. As you can tell by the name and the intro, this is something a little quirky. I've seen a claim that the game has more than 10 hours of gameplay even before the map editor, and I can believe it. It has a lot of levels and they get harder as you go on. They start off fairly easy, but those I've played still have taken me a good 20 to 30 minutes each. The idea is that you're a contestant on a game show where the host will destroy planets if you don't collect all of the correct items. My apologies go out to the residents of the Cheese Planet and the Slime Planet, as I was trying to collect the wrong items and accidentally doomed them all. I'm not sure if I missed something saying so, but to save the planet, you need to collect all of the planet items, rather than the 50 collectibles. Oops. You have to navigate your way to the end of the map, opening up paths by blocking enemies, hitting switches, placing weights, and other methods. You do need to figure out what does what, as not much is really explained in the game itself that I've seen. There are places where you can proceed without completing the puzzles, but you'll miss items. I've also noticed a couple of places where you can skip puzzles with good timing on jumps. The platforming elements are fun and sometimes include literal platforms to jump between or enemies to dodge around. I was a bit skeptical of how well VR would work for this type of game, but it actually does work really well. You can move your viewpoint about by either teleport or grip controls. I preferred the teleport as I was prone to moving far too much with the grip. I did on occasion experience a few control issues where it was a bit awkward to get him going where I wanted, but nothing too bad. As you proceed through the level, the host of the game show will appear to talk. The humour isn't for everyone, but it has made me laugh. You also occasionally get a rhyming hen interrupting the host. I personally thought the narration was one of the best parts of the game, as the jokes kept things fun throughout. The graphical style of the game feels a bit old as part of the theme, but I think it's done really well. On the downside for that though, it looks like a fairly beefy computer will be required to turn things up. I'm running on a GTX 1080 with an i7 5820K, and I get reprojection and a bit of stuttering with everything on maximum. I can run most other games while recording without any issues. The soundtrack is really good. The first time loading up the game, I actually just sat there and listened for a couple of minutes. It's rare that I find a soundtrack that I sit up and take notes of, but this is one of the few. You can actually dress up your character, which is a fun little addition. Costume parts can be collected around the levels. I am a massive fan of the fact that they include the level editor. I've taken a brief look at it, and if this game gets community support, I can see many additional hours put into the workshop levels. The price for the amount of time you'll spend playing this one is really good, even more so if the workshop support really takes off. I have had some technical issues with the game. The first time I played it, it was absolutely fine. The second time, it didn't load up. The third, it loaded, but I couldn't move the character. I'm told that you can get around that by turning on the game and then turning on the controllers. The fourth was fine. When the game works, it works fine. I've not experienced any crashes or problems mid-level. Another minor thing is that when you start the game, even in non-VR mode, it turns on the headset if it's connected to your PC, which I find a bit annoying. To conclude, the game itself is quite a lot of fun. I don't usually enjoy puzzle games, but I enjoyed my time with this one. If you do enjoy puzzle games, then I imagine you'll have a blast. I'd certainly recommend it. My feeling on playing the game itself was that it reminds me a lot of some of the older games in style. The puzzles, the platforming, the graphics, they're all on point, but they do need to work on the technical issues which pop up on occasion. The standout features to me are the amazing soundtrack and the fact that there's a level editor. Once again, this was Eden from Helixx VR. If you enjoyed, please remember to like and subscribe.